What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. In today's video, Japan have just revealed a brand new Super Evolution character that is going to be arriving. You can tell on the screen right now, FUJITORA is getting his 6-star plus. However, it is not version 1 FUJITORA that is getting his 6 plus, it is version 2 FUJITORA, which is wild to me. Like, who would have thought that, you know, the version 2 version of the legend would be getting the Super Evolution before the version 1, considering how bad the version 1 legend is nowadays. This is quite stupid in my personal opinion. It makes sense why they're doing it because of the whole slasher meta, but still I think it's quite disappointing that the slasher version is getting the Super Evolution first. However, I do think that this would also mean that the version 1 FUJITORA is definitely getting a 6 plus sometime in the future. We just really don't know when. But here we go. This is the artwork for the 6-star plus V2 FUJITORA. I love the artwork. I think it's fantastic. However, this part of the artwork, like where it's like the top is just cut off, I feel like that's a little bit weird. I wish they should have covered that with like clouds or dust or something, but it looks really weird. But everything else, I really love the artwork. Obviously, it's where FUJITORA was kneeling down to King Riku at the end of Dressrosa. It's a great artwork, honestly. Stats looking pretty good. Over 2,000 attack with cotton candies and max limit break. 4,000 HP, so going up to 4,500, which is great. Good recovery stat as well. It looks like his cooldown does not change at all with his Super Evolution either, staying as int slasher powerhouse, which makes a lot of sense. There was no reason to get rid of those specific classes and typings. But into what he actually does. First of all, I want to scroll down so you guys can't see everything yet. Captain Effect. Okay, looks like we're gonna have to... Okay, there we go. Captain Effect. Boost the attack of slashers by 3.25 times and their health by 1.2 times. And if I remember correctly, that is essentially the exact same. So there is no change there. Additionally, if you hit in the order of Good, Great, Perfect, boost the attack by a further 1.3 times. So if we whip out the calculator real quick, we can go ahead and do 3.25 multiplied by 1.3, giving us a 4.225 times multiplier after you hit Good, Great, Perfect. So I think that also is the same with the previous FUJITORA as well. So the Captain Effect literally has not changed. The only thing they changed was, well, I guess it's a good change, but the overall actual Captain Effect hasn't changed at all. But they took away the ability of increased damage taken, which a lot of people were complaining about upon his release, and still to this day, I don't know why they gave him that specific ability, where increased damage taken just passively all the time. It makes no sense. But here we go. Now they're finally getting rid of it. This is what his normal Captain Effect should have been on release. I don't understand why they had to do that, but at least he's better now. I mean, the Captain Effect itself, it's still passable. You can still use it, but this is the annoying part, right? Yeah, Good, Great, Perfect. No one really likes to use Good, Great, Perfect, and it really makes it annoying when you're using a character like this, and it means that you really can't use him with a friend version 2 Mihawk. Version 2 Mihawk is a character that relies you on hitting your perfects to build up your chain multiplier. And if you're using a character like this, then that's not really going to work out too well. You can use a friend version 2 Zoro, and that would work really well. But overall, like, he's just kind of like an option to use if you don't pull any of the other new slasher captains, really. That's the way I see it anyway. Now, his special ability, as we said, stays the same cooldown, deals 30 times his attack as typeless damage to random enemies 10 times, also delays enemies by 1 turn, and when he is the captain or the friend captain, changes all orbs into matching, and for 2 turns, lock the chain at 2.75. So I'm going to go ahead and check the database real quick to see what they've changed with the special ability. Okay, so we're on the database right now for version 2 FUJITORA. His special ability deals 10 hits of 20 times. So that is the immediate difference there, is that this character does 30 times his damage. It's the same amount of times that he does the damage, but you get overall more damage output. So previously it would be like 200 times his attack in total, and now it's 300 times his attack in total. So he does a lot of damage. Also, he does the exact same things. He delays, and also if he's the captain or friend captain, you get matching orbs. And that also is one of the things about him that was quite annoying, is that you literally had to run him as a captain, otherwise you don't get this ability. And they decided to keep that. If they wanted to buff him even more, they should have just removed this sentence. Just do that. Remove that sentence, and I think I would have been a little bit more happy with this character. It's pretty disappointing, and especially with the end here, they state 2 turns lock the chain at 2.75. That is good. Again, doesn't really support the new Mihawk, who doesn't want to get his chain locked at all. So It's wild, yo. It is wild that they decided to make a character like this. If anything, it should have been maybe like a really good chain booster or something, but I mean, there is still a situation where you can use this, right? If you go into a final boss fight and the final boss has like a really heavy chain lock on your crew, you can use this on the stage 4 or the stage prior to that boss that does that, and you can carry it into the room, and because you already have a chain lock for 2 turns, you can basically avoid the preemptive attack. That's the only situation where I would opt to use this guy on the new slasher team that you see nowadays with all the new characters that the Japanese version of Treasure Cruise has. But I'm heavily disappointed with this character. I was expecting big things from this, and I know Justin Higaki, he made a tweet or on a Discord message a while ago saying that, you know, he did predict that V2 Mihawk and V2 Zora were going to arrive, and V2 Fuji 6+. It all happened. Unfortunately, Fujitora is definitely the most disappointing part of all these slasher characters coming back. But let me know your thoughts and opinions about it, because yeah, as you guys can see, I'm pretty disappointed with a character like this. I hope that, you know, when V1 Fuji gets his 6+, that his 6+ is like phenomenal. They could have done so much more with this character, but they just really didn't, and it's really disappointing. But to move on, there is a little bit of other news that we can discuss here in this video as well, and that is there is going to be a new raid boss coming on One Piece Treasure Cruise Japan, which is a raid boss Capone. This was definitely a left field throw out that they just didn't really announce, or they just kind of just input it into the game and like, yeah, this is coming. Typically when there's a new raid boss coming, they either announce it in V-Jump, or they will go ahead and announce it in the in-game news that there's going to be a new clash coming. This was like literally out of the blue and was not expected, but there is going to be a new Capone character. So here is the artwork for the raid boss Capone. I think the 5-star artwork looks great, but let's go through him really quick as well. So his captain effect will boost shooter characters' attack by 2.5, and when your health is above 50%, he's going to be a 3-time shooter booster, and on the turn that you do not attack, you get 20% damage reduction. So he's very similar to Legend Bato in a way, you know, where you don't attack, you get damage reduction. Same as Shirahoshi, she has the same sort of effect. 3 times captain effect on a free-to-play character is pretty good, and at least it's above 50%. Being above 50% is much easier to do. If it was below 50%, I don't think too many people would have liked this character, but that's pretty reasonable for a free-to-play unit. Special ability maxes at 14 turns with limit break. When there are 6 shooter characters on your crew, for 1 turn, give you a 2 times attack boost. Okay, so that makes sense. He's a universal attack booster, but you need 6 shooters, so okay, that makes sense. Okay, that's pretty good. And when HP is below 50%, recover HP to 51% of max HP. That's pretty good, actually. I like that as well, allowing you to maintain that higher multiplier, and being a 2 times attack booster for your crew is really nice. Though, like, the direct thing that I see straight away is that he is essentially a free-to-play version of Legend Capone. So on the database right now, we have Legend Capone right here, who should be coming at the end of April on Global or early May. Should be coming very soon. Captain effect, he's a shooter captain booster, and for his special ability, he's a 2-time shooter attack booster. And this character is essentially like a free-to-play nerfed version of Legend Capone. Obviously, does not have the captain action to transform into Big Father. Either way, it's still nice that there is a free-to-play option for that, though. A free-to-play 2-time shooter attack booster is great. In terms of his sailor abilities, 30 HP attack recover to shooters, and plus 100 attack to shooters when your health is above 50%. Pretty good. He has a support as well, with some statistical upgrades to Chiffon, Vito, and Gotti. Okay, so shout out to Worst Generation for putting up the video of the special animation, so let's go ahead and check it out real quick. Here's the artwork, of course, of Fujitora. Is this on the highest it can go? Let's go 1080p and check this out. So, Fujitora, as I said, man, I really wish they did a little bit more with him. It's really frustrating, but hopefully they gave him a really cool special animation. And his idle animation, you can't really see it too well right now. Let me skip further ahead. Idle animation looks pretty average as well. It would have been nice if his idle animation was him like kneeling. Actually, that looks cool, where he's got like the aura as well. Attack animation looks pretty clean. Looking pretty clean. Let me speed this up a little bit. Alright. Okay, it looks pretty similar to his previous artwork and his previous animation, where he throws the debris at the enemy. Okay, pretty stock standard. Pretty stock standard. Let's see Capone. Okay, Capone looking pretty sweet. Basic attack. And special animation. Okay, pretty much understandable what it was going to be. Okay, so that's pretty much it, guys. That's just the full breakdown of all the new characters that are arriving on One Piece Treasure Cruise Japan. Definitely 6+ Fuji was very, very unexpected, and I mean, at least he got a 6+, but man, really disappointing. And then we got Raid Capone, who, you know, if you already have Legend Capone, I don't see a use for this aside from like treasure maps. Like this guy might be boosted in a treasure map, whereas Legend Capone might not be boosted in a treasure map. So it is nice to have the option there. But anyways, that's going to be it for the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Leave your thoughts and opinions down below on these new characters. I'd like to hear your opinions on them. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, make sure to leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.